Let's go. So, good evening, Letitia Rich.
I'm so happy that you took our invite.
Your invite?
Yeah.
Okay. Because it's for you. That's
okay, I'm so happy that you took my invite, okay?
That's what's up.
Okay, Rich.
Okay, that's right.
Okay, so welcome to Hot Gossip.
Gossip.
Thank you again.
I appreciate it,
Okay.
I do. Letitia Rich.
I think 2024 is going to be great for us.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm glad you decided to want to, interview me, talk to me, have this conversation with me as your first person, first guest, and best friend. Been friends for years, so I'm excited to do this for you. So let's get into it. What's up? What we talking about? Hot gossip.
Okay. Tell the audience your name.
Which name? Okay. Which name?
Your birth name, then your AKA.
Kimberly Johnson. Kimberly Ann Johnson. Kimberly Ann Johnson. Okay.
So what did they call you? What do everybody know you for?
Okay. It all depends, because I can be known for a lot of things. Lil' Kim.
Okay.
Star. Ferrari. But
right.
Ultimately, I'm Kimberly Ann Johnson.
Right.
Born in September the 10th. No matter how old I am, just not, hey, I'm a Virgo, okay? I'm a Virgo. So, what's up? Let's get into it.
Okay then. So can you tell us where you from?
Originally.
Yeah, originally.
Originally I'm from Griffin, Georgia. Griffin, Georgia is a small town south of Atlanta. 75, 85, either way, but Griffin, Georgia, Spalding County. I went to elementary school in Griffin, middle school in Griffin, and then I left Griffin around the age like 15, 16. I moved to Connecticut, New Haven, Connecticut. My dad and my grandparents are from Griffin. My mom was in Griffin, but she's originally from Connecticut. So I went to Connecticut for high school. So I did high school in Connecticut, New Haven, Connecticut. But that's where I'm from. Originally, I'm from Griffin, Georgia. I'm a peach.
Okay. And that you is.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, let's get into it. So, let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
What inspired you?
What inspired me? When you say, okay, what inspires me when? Now? Or what?
Life?
What has inspired me? Or what am I inspired by now? Or what?
All the above.
Oh, okay. That's a very broad question. What
inspired? Cause you done did a lot of stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I have done a lot of stuff. That's life. We should do a lot of stuff.
Well, let me say it like this. Okay. You've accomplished a lot of stuff. I watched you accomplish a lot of stuff.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Inspiring me, well, I'm at with it today, but what inspires me ultimately and overall is people. People and life. The people, my surroundings, and the people I'm around. They give me inspiration to show me what I want to be, or what to become, or what I don't want to be. What inspires me to achieve goals, people as well. Because it's not easy every day trying to be inspired on your own by yourself, like using yourself, because you need some type of kind of motivation. You need a motivation to inspire you to keep going. You want to keep living. You want to live, and well, at least that's how I feel. Right. You're gonna live, or you're gonna either be just being here, but shit, you're still living. You're breathing. Some people look at living just however they want to look at living. But when you wake up every day, I feel like you're living. You're living.
I will say this. When we was, like in our younger days, mm-hmm. I was very inspired by you. You remember when you first moved to Connecticut?
I do.
And you, and you start feeling overwhelmed.
Yep.
And
Scared.
yep. And you wanted to come back.
Yep.
And I was too scared to ride a plane back then, so you sent a bus, so so I could come there
and visit me, so I could have a piece of home, which was Griffin, cause that's all I knew at the time was Griffin. But moving to Connecticut, it did change. It gave me a different perspective on how to look at life and how to move different and in a different culture. It was different. It wasn't. I wouldn't say slow. It just was a different kind of way. It was a different kind. It wasn't like how, because anytime when you come from somewhere you accustomed to living a certain way, you used to it. So when you get taken out of your habitat and put into another, it feels
different.
It feels different. It feels uncomfortable. But the more and more I wanted to come back, I also knew I didn't need to come back. I needed to stay up there because it was like, oh yeah, I just kept hearing something in my head saying, she ain't gonna do nothing, turn back around and come back to Griffin. Which every chance I got, I came to Griffin every holiday. Every time it was time for me to be out of school, I was running back to Griffin because that's what I know, because it was familiar. And we all are creatures of habits. You're gonna go back to where it's comfortable for you.
But I remember coming there and I would say just being used by God, and I've always been a mama bear. And I was remember just saying, like, don't come back.
Yeah.
I just it could, because if you come back, then just don't come back. Don't come back. I would rather see you graduate here.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Because and at that time, Griffin had that test.
Yes.
And Connecticut then. And
right.
Yeah. And
it was different. Yeah, you're right about that. And it was like you gotta pass the graduation test for you to graduate. After you done put in did 12 years and then got to the 12th grade, you gotta take a test just to get out of school. Plus you gotta take the SATs to go to college. To get into a college. So it was different. And I look at it too, it was a blessing because it was easier. Because when I was in Connecticut and go back to Griffin and look at it, I'm like, damn, I don't see why nobody up here in Connecticut shouldn't graduate. I don't see why nobody shouldn't graduate to go to college, because to me, it just seemed way more just easier. It just was more comfortable. Just you can go to class, do your work. The teachers were more concerned and more like your friend, other than trying to not just being a disciplinary. They still disciplined, but they wasn't so hard on you, like judging you for what you have on or how you speak. Of course they're gonna correct you, but it was more so in Connecticut. It was like that was your partner, like, what's up, Mr. Michael? What's up, Miss Justice? And they'll get to, and when I came up there, I'm used to saying yes ma'am, no ma'am. So to them, I'm like, huh? Okay. To them, me come to Connecticut and how I was speaking and the lingo, just how I talk with the Southern, they liked it. It was like it was comforting to them to be able to be respected as a teacher, as the profession that they was doing to help us. So then it wasn't more so like, even if you might say a cuss word, like they might send you to the principal office for cussing. Up there it was like, okay, well, cussing or saying cuss words and stuff like that. Like people they should smoke cigarettes in the bathroom. They not sending you to the principal's office because you in the bathroom smoking a cigarette or you cussing. They want y'all just get to class. Just be in class and do your work. That's it. In Georgia, in Griffin, if you wear your pants low, if you get caught cussing, you in the bathroom too long. It just was, the stipulations were different.
And it made it easier for you to graduate.
It did. It was more because where I came from, how strict and how. But you gotta think about it too. But you know what? Connecticut is now that I'm all out of there.
Cause you know back like from the class of 98 to 2002, like we had more of the dropout rates. Kids now they ain't playing about graduating. You know, but from 98 to 2002, we had more of the dropout rate. I know because I'm one of them. And so I know that. But
because of the stipulations and so much that, it was like, but the mentality too. So I'm grateful for going to Connecticut to see a different, because it was way more broader. But let's get into it before I even went to Connecticut. And
yeah, that's what I want to ask you. So, what was your childhood like?
The child, looking back at the time, now talking about my childhood, I could say I had a great childhood, looking at some of the things and what people go through to this day and how people were raised and stuff. And just being rebellious, bad, always, because just getting into shit. That's how we met, on bad terms. I'm 14 years old, being grown, being fast.
Yeah, I think you could say that what it was about us.
Absolutely, yeah, just want to be fast and grown, and I honestly just being rebellious, messing around with guys, jumped off the porch, or I'd been jumped off the porch. I jumped off the porch, and I ended up messing with a guy. Not my first guy, not the first guy I've ever messed with, but somebody that I was dear to my heart. At least that's what I thought at the time. But what the fuck at 14 years old? And so I cut the nigga on the back of his neck. Just because he tried to break up with me. I go and wait till he turn his back, and I'm like, oh, okay, so you not fucking with me no more? We ain't together no more? Oh, you don't want to talk to me no more? Oh, you don't want to see me no more? We ain't doing this. Nah, so the nigga turn around, I say, cut it right on the back of the dick. All right, then. Now we ain't together no more. Now we ain't got to be together no more. God damn it, I say, about a day or two later, nigga might have had about 20, 30 stitches on the back of his neck. They come calling me, telling me, come down to the police department. We just want to talk to you. We just want to have a conversation with you about a situation. You 14, dumb as a fool. I go down there to lock my ass up for aggravated assault. I had never been in trouble. I take that back, I had been in trouble. One time, because still in the car trying to learn how to drive. They done pulled me over because I'm weaving, trying to get to the fair. I'm trying to get to the fair, trying to go to the fair. I took my uncle, then my uncle girlfriend. My uncle ain't used to date that white girl back in that time.
Okay? Mom.
Yes. The white girl, she so fucked up about my uncle. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, I can drive. Yeah, I can drive. Couldn't drive a lick. It was crazy. As soon as I get in the car trying to go to the fair, a motherfucking police done pulled me over. I'm like, ain't that something? So that was my first time getting in trouble with the police with the guy trying to get to the fair. Boom. Fast forward, I go to jail, aggravated assault. I'm in juvenile, right? Boy, I'm crying like a bitch. I'm talking about crying.
Yeah, real bad.
Real bad. Because at the time, Fifi, girl by the name Fifi, you know Fifi. Fifi had just went to jail for cutting treat at the fair. I thought, when did at the fair? She had no cut, slit treat fade, right? My dumb man, I'm thinking about treat. Think about treat and how Fifi had them, cause they gave Fifi 2 years. So how I go, boy, they finna give me 2 years. How I come walk through the door crying like a fool. They finna put me in the room, had you knocking on the door. Kim! Kim, is that Kim Johnson? That Kim. Remember Gaki? Put her in the room with that. Put her in the room with that. Look, I'm scared though. I'm scared to even go in the room with Joey. Cause I'm thinking like, wait a minute, she's gonna try to fight me. What the hell I get in there? I get in there and you and Sadelia. Remember Sadelia?
Yeah, Sadelia, yeah.
Me, you, and Sadelia. You was on the bed, me and Sadelia was on the floor. We slept on the floor, me and Sadelia. I ain't give a damn, boy. I got it out. Well, it's a... Man, what the hell you do? Kim, what your ass doing to him? And I told you, remember I told you I cut with him. And I was crying. Goddamn Willie, you said, don't worry, you telling me don't worry. And you said, you remember you said, you ain't Fifi. Stop thinking about that. You gonna be all right. And you remember we used to pray. We used to pray every day. We prayed. You taught me the Lord's Prayer. I'm talking about it made me remember it from the top to the bottom. Boy, you made me get that prayer. But if I ain't get the prayer, I say it again. Say it again. Say that prayer again. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me to lie down and still pasture.
And green pasture.
Look, you heard me?
Look,
that's what you say. Say it again. I'm mad. Now, that. And so I always cherish that because how you stayed on me about that Lord's Prayer. Because Lord knows I thought I was going up shit creek.
Hey, you know what though? That Lord's Prayer is still keeping us.
I'm trying to tell you. Okay.
The Lord's Prayer is
I
still
walk through
keeping
the
us.
valley of the shadows of death. I fear no evil. Okay. I'm talking about
Thou
for
with
real.
me.
Huh.
Thy rod, thy staff, thy comfort me. Thou preparest the table before me in the presence of my enemies.
Oh, I just got chills.
My head with all my cup runneth over.
My cup
Why?
runneth over.
Surely goodness
Woo.
and mercy shall follow us all the days of our life.
All the days of our life.
And we will dwell in the house of the
Lord
forever.
Okay.
Yeah, that prayer I kept.
That was deep, and I said, man, that right there. And I remember my grandma. Grandma came to visit me, man. Grandma had her wrote down so many questions. Hey, look now, y'all, look. I'm telling you, my grandma came in there like she the lawyer. Okay, she come visit me, right? So she about to cry. She trembling. I'm talking about, you know, that wasn't my best friend, but she gonna ride. Grandma came in there with 20, not 21 questions, 20, she came with all the questions. If they ask you this, you say it. Look, she had wrote it down though. She wrote down, look, Grandma wrote down the questions they gonna ask me and what the answer I need to say. I promise you. I was like, Grandma, I'm talking about, and slid the paper to me like that. Slid the paper to me. Look, this way. She said, look, this is what you say. You know you ain't had no business. What make you wanna go do this? What? Did he do something to you? That's what she trying to say to me. What did he do to you? You done cut it. Grandma, I just gotta get up out of here. She said, we gonna get you out of here, boy. Boy, and I promise you, we went to court, Tish. They let me out that same day I went to court.
And when you came back to the room, and you like, Tish, I'm going home.
What'd I say?
Tish, I'm going home. But man, I was so happy.
Man, and I
said, I'll see you next week.
Yep, you did. You said that, and you were just like, man, prayer, God is real. Cause boy, when I say, man, we didn't even used to know the days. We used to make our calendars to figure out what day it was because we couldn't keep up with the days, and we used to make them calendars.
Yeah, cause some days we used to have to sit in them rooms all damn day and get
damn. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's the deal. She write them calendars. She be like, what day is it? When the day? Ooh. Next thing I know, I get out, I might be home. I was home for about a week, right? Next thing I know, I don't know how the hell you got in touch with me. What call my ass over my Aunt Jackie house. But we gonna get into her too. Y'all know how family is. I think I had got out. I had been home probably like a week.
Yeah, I can't stand it. I'll see you next week.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be out that week. I meant I was coming home that week.
Cause you pregnant.
Yeah.
You pregnant with Nadia.
Mm-hmm.
You were pregnant with Nadia. And then that thing got
I was only out for 7 weeks, but we had a good time them 7 weeks. Yeah.
You ain't go back to jail. Look, when you got that right, bam. I saw the hell you get it. What happened? I put it, cause you were pregnant. Somebody said, I don't know what cut. Some you had done got cut. Some had done, and you got the blood. I guess what you had done hit your finger, cut your finger. You put the blood on the paper.
Oh yeah. That's how I got out. And you know what? At grocery sign.
I'm trying to
remember I used another girl. I said yeah, cause it went time for me to come home.
And show way.
So I told you. I said I would be home next week.
I'm talking about big and pregnant too. Your ass was big and pregnant. I said, how the hell you get out? You said I put some blood on the
yeah,
head.
I forgot. As nasty as it sounds, I used somebody else stuff. Yeah.
They were resourceful.
Yeah.
Cause y'all ain't got up out of them.
Yeah, I and again, in nasty as it sound, I used somebody else blood. Blood.
And put it on the pad.
And put it on the pad.
I said, he said, they let me out cause I guess they ain't want that pressure on their hand and you gonna make out or anything.
Yeah, I know. Baby. They said, the lady told me, she said, okay, well, we're gonna give you another pad. Now let me tell y'all something. I do have white friends, but it could be some real white women. Like you can meet some white people that 100. That white girl didn't say shit. I went back in there. I said, girl, I'm gonna need another one.
Give me some more.
I said, girl, I'm gonna need another one because they want to see. You know what I mean? I'm gonna need another one. Girl gave me another one, no fucking problem. You know. So what I did was I had tissue up under my vagina area, so it wouldn't touch that. But I'm goddamn going home. You know what I mean?
You, your ass came home.
I got to do a little wrong to get right. I got that from Kanaka, and I be saying that shit, you know. But anyway, yeah. So and it brought me home, and
we've been rolling ever since.
And that was
I was 14. That was 14 years old at the time.
That's why I tell me I was 16.
I was 14. Got home, came home. Yeah, came home, and we hit the streets. We hit them streets. I'm tired shit. Jack put me out, talking about I'm too grown, I'm doing this and hey man, my buddy that got out, nobody help me to go over here.
Cause at the time, my mama,
nah, your mama ain't go off until probably about 2 months later.
Because you remember it was and then I went. After I had 90, I only was out for 7 weeks. I had to go back and finish them and finish the time they had not gave me. So the time where friend, you know what? You've been riding for a long time because you made sure you showed me a little bit of juvenile too. When I stayed them 6 months,
remember?
I remember.
I don't even remember you going back.
Mm-hmm.
Cause man, listen, I don't remember you going back. I remember we were just out. We were out. How the hell we end up?
That was the second time.
How the hell we end up at the Crow Nest?
Yeah, that was the second time. That when I went and did the 6 months and came home. That was the second time. That when I went and did the 6 months and came home, it was up there because remember when I had 90 before I left, I had to get the Eula. You know what I mean?
I do remember.
And I was out 7 weeks for that. And then I went and did them 6 months and I came on home. You know what I mean? And that's when we took off. But we took off then, yeah. We most definitely took off then. It was what that was, Tisha King.
Goddamn, but we running around that motherfucker. I'm talking about, but we couldn't tell them we didn't have a car. We gonna give us somebody a ride. Give us a ride. We gonna get there. How the hell we get? We ain't had no car, no license, but all the way down in Barnville at the Crow Nest.
We used to be something everywhere though.
Who the fuck gave us some rides?
I don't know. We used to be something everywhere.
Man, I'm telling you. That wasn't like
so I said, so your childhood, you can say was
now look at that. Okay, I thought it was a bad child because you always want your mama to be there. She went there. She'll drop me some money. I'll drop some presents off and leave. Act like she coming back to get me and never come back. My daddy was always there. I ain't gonna hold you. Catwalk, you remember Dundee Mill. You remember Dundee Springs?
Yeah,
It
the
used to be-
meal.
You remember it's because Dundee at first.
Mm-hmm.
Down there, okay, that where everybody used to work at right now. Then they changed it to Springs.
Yeah, they did.
My daddy used to work there. So daddy, he never really just kick shit with me though. He just always used to give me money. Just make sure I was straight that way. And, we can stand and I used to be on my head. Always on my head. Come peeking and sneaking around, looking, trying to see what I'm doing. I'm always trying to finagle some shit. You know that. And you remember the sofa? Man.
You know what? The last time I went out there and spent the night, I didn't even go in there looking out and see what
It
the
ain't
sofa was
no in
still
there
in.
like the sofa in my dad's room.
Oh wow, you took the
Catwalk got the sofa. No Goodwill, me and used to fight over something. Didn't need one want to sleep in the bed. We gonna sleep on that damn sofa, baby. I'm talking about it for real.
But us, you know what? The hardest thing I seen your grandmama had to do is send you to Connecticut. That was like one of the hardest things for her.
It was.
But she did it.
She did.
And she sent you off in style. She got you a nice luggage. Got you new things and filled it up and sent your ass on out. And you know what was crazy? And she knew how your mama was, but she knew from that little area in your life that you was gonna be able to make it. Yeah. She knew you were gonna be able to make it.
That was the hardest time. But when I tell you, teach like ice cold crying, and grandma couldn't take it. She was like, come back home. Come on, Jay, come on home. You can come home. Cause getting up down Connecticut put the food hustle. I started hustling. I'm 16 years old. I'm hustling. You know what I'm saying? I had to find a way. Cause mama, when I got up there, I gonna stay with my family. Everybody family do this. They'll act like they gonna fuck with you. They'll let you come stay at their house. About a good week or two. After that, it's on your own. You know what I'm saying? They start treating you real funny. You might they might come in the house with food for their children, not bring you nothing to eat. Shit like that. All the children getting new clothes or some shit. You ain't getting nothing to wear. So I had to start hustling. So here I go. I bump into a man, and he was a fully grown man. Of course, he lied about his age. I'm 16. This nigga done lied about his age, but he ended up being a blessing too. I ain't gonna hold you. And that's Rob. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Rob. His mama didn't even know how old I was. She thought I was a senior in high school. I think I'm in the 10th grade at the time. Anyway, Rob pretty much saved me from that situation. Cause my aunt, them, they so roguish. I had a cousin so roguish. And this was a pivot moment in my life. Cause, I'm going up there, I'm from the country. I always felt kind of like misplaced because I'm country. So you know how people look at, when you go somewhere different, they look at you like you country or you slow. Or you know what I'm saying, don't have all the latest gear, stuff like that. But when I got with Rob started putting me on shit, buying me stuff. Of course, it was easy for him to buy me shit because I'm a little jit at the time, So some shoes and outfits and shit, that ain't nothing. Of course, he gonna keep me fly. So that even made him even more jealous and cut me off and just wasn't doing, So I goes, I'm trying to sign up to be a cheerleader. Go to be a cheerleader. I'm trying to save my money up. I'm hustling, save my money up. I have my money. My grandmama always tell me, like, anybody house you go stay at, make sure you clean up. Keep your space clean. Just keep your space clean. Clean up. Keep the dishes clean. Keep the kitchen clean. Put trash, get them to take the trash. I ain't take no trash up, but take the trash, put the trash out, put it up, set it up. If somebody take the trash out, keep the kitchen clean, wash up the dishes. I'm saying that the money to go to cheerleading camp. They had a cheerleading camp out there in Connecticut at this college. So I told you, you come. The cheerleading, tryouts and stuff to go get. It was for high school and just then you get on this like the good get on the team like one of them teams that go traveling and shit. Which that's what I wanted to do. I'm up here. Let me go meet some other people and get. I get all the way to the damn cheerleading camp. You know, I get all the way to the cheerleading camp, right? Cause I got my money saved in a pouch, and I put the money in the pouch up under my pillow inside my pillowcase. Why I get to the cheerleading camp, I can't even pay to sign up for the cheerleading camp because my cousin stole all my money.
How much was it?
$225.
Yeah, that was definitely a lot of money.
Girl, it broke me. Plus, I caught a cab there, so you know I got to catch a cab back. I ain't even had no money to catch a cab back to get back to the house. It crushed me. Crushed my dreams, crushed, cause that's, you know, when you save up money and trying to do something, when you putting your money up, trying, you know, it don't matter if it's a 20 hill, a 30 hill, a 40 hill, you saving up this money to go do something that's potentially gonna put you on another level, just gonna give you some more cultural, you got, you know, access to other people. And Connecticut is predominantly white. So you already trying to, because I'm sounding like a country bumpkin. That's what they be like, country. That's what they would call me, country Kim. Girl, I got out there, I couldn't sign up for man, I might have cried so hard. The lady said, the children, she said, Miss Johnson, Kimberly, I understand. She said, just go and see if you can get the money and come back. I got you a spot. I'm going to save you a spot. You know I couldn't get no damn 200. Who I'm going to get it from? I get back, well, my money is, I'm going crazy. Everybody looking at me because I'm in their house. I live with them. Who gonna go? My Aunt Moon, she know her daughter, because you know the daughter done busted down with her or whatever. They all looking at me like I'm stupid. Ain't nobody taking no ownership, no accountability. Ain't nobody saying that. So now I'm left like, my dreams done got crushed. So right then, that could have put the fear in, like, damn, what am I, you know what I'm saying? Cause you trying to do something. I'm already uphill, don't, you know, with y'all acting like y'all fuck with me for real, but y'all really don't. I see how y'all treat me now. I might clean up the whole house and do the house. Do you know these folk would go, like, it seemed like they was deliberately dirtying up the house, like, damn, I just cleaned this whole house. My little cousin, he would take a bath, girl, it was filthy. And I ain't come from that. My grandma always kept the house clean. I always had to wash some dishes. My room was clean. Girl, that shit fucked me up. After that, I said, oh, I gotta get the fuck out from around here. I had to go move in with that nigga and his mama. I had to. I cried so bad. She was like, just come on. Till she found out how old I was. She was like, I thought you was a senior. Then she told me I had to go. She said, I ain't finna be a part of it because you too young. I don't want no parts in that with you dealing with my son. I thought you were up to age, like you about to graduate from high school. Now I ain't know you was in the 10th grade. And I don't know what the hell he want with you in the 10th grade. What's going, what y'all, I can't, she said, I can't do this. I would feel less than a mom, like a person letting you live here and I know you and my son, what y'all doing. She
Right.
said, nah, so I get put out of there. So now I done moved from Moon House. Rob and Didi done kicked me out. Well, that ain't me, you know, I had to leave. So I go stay with my Aunt Paula. My Aunt Paula and my cousin Larisha. Now, so boom, here I go, y'all. I get a white girl. Might be the only white girl that went to my motherfucking high school, girl. She dancing. That's how I got put on to the dancing game. She said, it's a spot in Bridgeport. I ended up, when I came home one time, I ended up giving Taleo, my cousin Taleo, ID, right? I ended up getting my cousin Talia ID. I'm using Talia ID to get in clubs and shit in Connecticut with a Georgia ID. They see Georgia, they just, whoop, people don't pay attention. Anyway, that's how I started dancing. I had to figure out how to get some money. I go over to Paula's house, right? My cousin, Larisha, so jealous. Cause back then nobody had no cell phone. Fuck, you used to have to call the house phone, right? So I'm dancing. I might, get out of school. I get on a train.
So let's go back one.
Okay.
Okay, you said the white girl is how you start dancing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you
white girl, Christy.
So you go to Georgia, and while you're there, you get
my cousin Talia ID,
and you take it back to Connecticut.
Yes.
So what was it like the first time you danced?
Scared as a fool. Ooh. Scared as hell. I'm shaking, trembling in my boots. And this back in the day, I'm talking about, this ain't how it was, but they had the little rooms and stuff where people like to go into the room, do the VIPs, and it was little extras and stuff like that. But I might have made probably about $200 the first, but $200 for me, that was good. I got to get to school, have me some money, put that $200 up, come back, cause like the bar fee was like $15. You get there lady $25 back then, yeah. So nobody knew I was dancing. I used to have to catch a train. I catch a train to Bridgeport, club called Dangerous Curves in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Man, first club I ever stepped foot in and danced in. Them folks could have got shut down if they would have ran up in there and just the young girls that were dancing. Eventually, I started meeting other girls and they were like, how you, especially coming, up there. So I go, we'll get some girls. And I go up.
Because you were still dancing at the time you graduated, right?
Was I dancing when I graduated? Yep. I was still dancing. Okay, look. I had started dancing. Then I stopped when I got me an apartment. Because I ended up getting an apartment. Because I told you Diddy didn't want to be a part of that. So Rob, grandfather, and then dad and them, they own properties in Connecticut. So they owned a grocery store, like one of them stores, like a bodega. That's what they call them up there. Like one of them bodegas, like it's a little store. Where you go down there, you can get all the tissues, just the stuff. It's a small store, but the store had apartments on top of it.
Right, the one I visited.
Yep, that's how I got that apartment through Rob's granddad and his dad, because they owned that store. It was the store and it was the barbershop. Mm-hmm. So
the store was on the left side and the barbershop was on the right.
Yep.
And the two sets apartment was up there.
Yep. Mm-hmm. I ended up moving there because Rob ended up getting me the apartment. He's telling his dad, granddad, let me move in. I had to go. All right. No, I couldn't get it on my own. So that's when Kathy come bring her ass around. So I'm like, Mom, I need to get the apartment. So in Connecticut, you got to go into a shelter. So for them to help you, for them to give you, because they wanted first month rent and last month rent. That's what they say. First month and last month rent. Pretty much deposit in first month rent.
Back then, rent was probably
$400.
Yeah.
That my rent was $400. So then I had to go into a shelter. Now I had never been into no shelter. It was an all women's shelter. Me and my mom had to go stay in the shelter. Here I go again, crying in here, calling grandma. Had to go downstairs, use the phone. You got a certain time to be in, certain time to come back and stuff.
So you couldn't move into the apartment until after you left the shelter?
Yeah, because I ain't had the money. We ain't had the money. The state gave us the money, the first month rent, and the deposit for us to move in. Because
how many days did you have to stay at shelter?
Maybe we probably stayed there like 2 months, probably 2-3 months. Like,
y'all stayed there that long?
Probably about 2 months. We stayed in the shelter.
But you were still going to school every day?
Yep, it was the summertime.
Oh, okay.
It was in the summer, so I ain't have no school. It was in the summertime. So however long the summertime, by the time it's time for me to go back to school, I was getting that apartment. We was moving into the apartment, me and my mama. But said Rob, no, it was his daddy. My mama ain't had nothing to do with it. I had to do it. He knew like, okay, this for Kim. But okay. Cause I was responsible for paying for the rent.
So by that time when you go back to school, what grade were you in then?
11. I'm going to the 11th grade then. So I started selling crack because I ain't want to go dance because I need to get up and be able to go to school. School right down the street, so.
Yeah, I remember school right down the street.
So I end up buying the 8-ball. There was some 8-ball, and you know my mom smoked crack, so who best has to help me sell this shit? Look, I'm finna go buy $100 worth of crack. Cut it up. $100 bring you back $200. Okay. You gonna get me 5 people to buy this crack, and you can get your one, so you won't have to be worried about being out here in these streets trying to get high, mama. You gonna do it anyway. Okay, I got us the apartment. This robbed them people who done gave us the apartment, mom. You know you ain't finna fucking keep up with this apartment, cause at that time she's still outside. She's still outside with shit. So, look, I went and bought me $100 worth, $100 from worth goddamn a little 8-ball. D-Russ. Nigga named D-Russ. D-Russ put me on. I ain't gonna hold you. It just with them $100. They're the best little $100 I spent in my life. Cause that $100 kept flipping. I just kept flipping. I take $100, bust it down, put $100 up, go take another $100, go right back, go get me another $100. Put that $100 up, go right back, go get another $100. Just kept on to the point where I'm in school. Folk, my homegirl don't give me their money. So now I got my money plus my friends' money. Give me y'all money so I can buy a whole bunch of it and sell this shit so we can have motherfucking fly ass Cool J outfits to go to the Freddie Fix.
Mo definitely had them fly ass Cool J outfits.
Man, I'm talking about, give me your money, I'm put your money, my money, everything. So they like, I'm talking about, by the time I got through, she had a Cool J, she had a Cool J, I had a Cool J because I don't put their money with my money to go buy more of the stuff to keep cutting it up. So we can goddamn be fresh as hell, fly as hell to go going to the Freddie Fixer parade and shit like that. So at that time my mom was out, I said, shit, all right, now let me tell you about this song. Cause Rob used to be helping me sell my dope too, cause boy, them folks used to be coming so late and knocking on that door, I be so sleepy and tired I couldn't get up. So when it's time for me to like just go get some rest so I can get up and go to school. School started at 7:45. Rob stay his ass over there with me. He get up and answer the door and go serve the people. So what fucking game was it out back then?
Nintendo.
Game. What is it? It was something.
The Sega.
It was a game. It was a. What
you
was
got
it?
the Nintendo and you had the Sega Genesis.
It was what other? It was what kind of Xbox? No, Xbox didn't come out today. It was a game anyway.
All thing I remember was Nintendo. It came with a gun.
It was my brother, not that one. It was the other one.
The Sega Genesis, if I'm saying it right.
It was
the Sega
a game.
Genesis.
Okay, so now I don't know. Rob up here trafficking firearms. You know, at the time I didn't know Rob had a big bad gambling problem.
I remember.
I did not know that. You see what I'm saying? So shit come up missing Brian the house, right? I'm thinking my mama done took it. I done cussed her out, everything, done kicked my mama out the house. Rob watched me do this till my mama cussed out. He done took all the shit trying to pay off a motherfucking gambling debt. I ain't find out till years later. This motherfucker done did this, and I done cussed out my mama, done put her out, kicked out, I'm like, Mom, you know I give y'all shit. Which one? You don't pay no rent. You just stay here, you know, keep the house clean. I was talking about, I kicked my mama out. Rob ass done was up here and running around. Then, you know, little shit coming up missing, dope shit coming up missing. So, you know, automatically, I'm thinking, this nigga done been selling my dope, keeping the money, trying to pay off his gambling debt.